on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
8:37. We're back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Live show for you today from inside the Forge Jeweler Studios, and good to have you here. We'll do our Need to Know Things coming up a little bit later on in this half hour. But I want to get to the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline because a really great event is going to be happening this coming Sunday, a dedication of a park in Avenel. And joining me with the details, let's welcome back to WCTC the Mayor of Woodbridge. We have Mayor John McCormac, who is joining us this morning on WCTC. Good morning, Mayor. How you doing?
Morning, Bert. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks.
Good to talk to you. Thanks so much for taking some time, Mayor.
Anytime.
Always appreciate it, my man. Talk about what's happening this weekend with this park dedication. This is real special.
It really is. Eric LeGrand is just an amazing young man. He lives a couple blocks from the park. He grew up playing in the park. And it's since until now been called 5th District Park just because of the political subdivision it's in. No big deal. And our councilman there, Corey Spiller, came up with the idea of renaming the park. And then it just grew. Then it became have a picnic. Then it became get a beautiful sign. Then all these things just started morphing. And now Sunday's going to be just one heck of a day in Avenel.
Yeah, this is great. A nice tribute, of course, to Eric LeGrand, former Rutgers football player. As you mentioned there, played there as a young boy, and he'll be on hand. His family will be there and everything this weekend, right?
Yeah, all his friends. He's got an amazing network of friends. These guys have been with him for, since he was a little kid playing Pop Warner football, Joe LaSalle, Brandon Hall, all them. And I'll tell you, the one woman that's the most amazing of anybody is his mom.
Yeah.
She has just been amazing and wonderful with everything she's done, the patience she's shown, and the care that she's given him to enable him to improve so far. They're an amazing family.
Yeah, they really are, everyone involved there. So it is this coming Sunday beginning at 1 o'clock. And prior to that, Mayor, there's a special a dedication. Before the dedication there's going to be some art that's going to be unveiled, too. That looks pretty cool also.
Yeah, we started a project on the underpass right there at the General Dynamics site, which is now being turned into Station Village, luxury apartments. But there used to be murals of whales. So last summer, we had one side of it painted in an ocean theme, and we made sure we put a whale there out of respect for the prior murals. The other side this year, we made a farm scene, and further up on the other side next year will be a zoo scene. These two teachers from Woodbridge, Kimberly Zadigan, and another one actually not from Woodbridge, from out of town, but she's gotten all volunteers from her school, from just the kids in the neighborhood, and they've done an amazing job painting these murals. And it's the kind of thing where, kids drive by and say, Mommy, there's a whale. Mommy, there's a cow. Mommy, there's a tiger. It's really, really cool. And we're doing that first. And then the main attraction is bringing Eric into the park and letting him just soak up the way that the township of Woodbridge feels about him. He's remarkable. He's progressed so well from that accident 6 years ago. In fact, it's to the day, which none of us realized, but it's to the day 6 years ago, this Sunday, when his accident occurred on the field. So it's really going to be a special day for Eric, and we're hoping he just really, really enjoys it.
Yeah, and very well deserved, of course. We have Woodbridge Mayor John McCormac with us here this morning on WCTC. Again, a special park dedication that is happening this weekend. If you come out early, beginning at 12:30, the Avenel Street Art Wall mural will be unveiled, and there'll be some student artist recognition, and then the dedication of Eric LeGrand Believe Park beginning at 1 o'clock. It's open to the public to go by and really celebrate what's going to be a special day for a great guy and a wonderful family as well. Like the mayor had mentioned, the great support system he has around him. It is formerly, I guess it will be the former 5th District Park right at the end of Harvard Avenue in Avenel. It is open to the public, so go on by. Weather's going to be nice, and it's going to be a special, special day. That is for sure there in Woodbridge. So, Mayor, thank you.
Kids have never met Eric. It's worth it to bring them down just to meet this young man.
Incredible,
If you're in Woodbridge or in the area and you got a little kid, boy or girl that want someone to look up to, you want a hero, Eric LeGrand's your hero. Forget the athletes, forget the actors, forget the politicians. This young man is anybody's hero. The way he's been determined to improve, and the way he's progressed, and the way he's kept an unbelievably positive attitude the whole way through. Most people would have fallen apart. But Eric has just been a role model for everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Very well said, Mayor. Well, thank you for your time this morning, Mayor McCormac, and always great to speak with you. And this is really a great thing that's happening in Avenel on Sunday. So thanks for the information. All right.
Thanks. Make sure you spend some money at Ford Jewelers there while you're there. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks
Okay,
so much,
thanks.
Mayor. You bet. Take care. Good to talk to you. All right, Woodbridge Mayor John McCormac, my guest on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline. And if you go to our Facebook fan page, put up an artist rendering of the sign that's going to be unveiled on Sunday afternoon as well. And a real special thing for Eric LeGrand and his family. Again, beginning at 12:30, there'll be the Avenel Street art wall mural will be unveiled. You get to see the new artwork that is there. And then the park dedication will begin at 1 o'clock at 5th District Park at the end of Harvard Avenue in Avenel. The mayor will be there. Some other elected officials will be there. Eric LeGrand, his family and friends will be there. And it's really going to be a special afternoon. So get there if you can, all right? It is 8:42 on Jersey Central and the new talk radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Well, there is a 911 operator in Texas. She is accused of hanging up on calls, emergency calls, that were made to 911. I mean, talk about having one of the worst things happen. I mean, you call 911, obviously, if you're in a car accident, somebody's breaking into your home, you have some sort of, legitimate emergency. But imagine calling and the 911 operator says, I don't have time to talk to you, and then hangs the phone up on you. Well, apparently that's what this woman here in Houston is accused of doing. Crenshanda Williams is her name. And she would say to people, she would tell them, like, ain't nobody got time for this, and she would hang the phone up. She spent her days at Houston Emergency Center taking something that is called short calls. And these are conversations that last less than 20 seconds over a period of about 6 months or so. And when you go back and review these 911 calls, the people were probably saying, this one particular operator doesn't seem to talk to anybody for very long. She has a lot of calls that last fewer than 20 seconds. I mean, how many times have you been a release of a 911 tape, and it's several minutes of just talking to the person on the other end of the line, getting as much information. Is everybody okay? What's going on right now? Does he see you? Do you see him? What's going on there? Stay on the line with me. I want to make sure I don't lose you. Apparently, she had a lot of calls that were 20 seconds or fewer. Well, no wonder why, when she was hanging up on people. She is facing 2 misdemeanor charges of interference with emergency telephone call after she confessed to ignoring callers because she did not want to talk to anyone. Well, when your job is talking to people, that's like me saying, you know what, Justin, I don't want to talk to anyone. Let's just bag this for the last 15 minutes. You can't do that, obviously. And this woman was entrusted with helping people in life or death situations. On March 12th, she allegedly hung up on a shopper at a convenience store that was being held up on gunpoint. Could you imagine that? The person who was there said, this is 911. How can I help you? And this was from someone who was buying lottery tickets. Just as she was mid-sentence saying, help, there's somebody with a gun on me, the phone call dropped. And now this woman apparently had been hanging up on the people there. Sadly, by the time the police arrived, this person was shot and killed. This woman might have been able to help someone. I'd like to think now that she has a hand in the liability for this person's death. Forget about this inconvenience thing she was creating. She hung up on somebody who had a gun pointed on them and shortly after was killed. I think she bears some of that responsibility. And 911 is such a serious thing. It's an incredibly stressful position, too, for someone that, if you know anyone that's done it or if you've ever done it yourself, it's just like being a police person, a police officer, but not to the degree where there's that imminent danger. But the comparison that it's just sometimes days and weeks of just everything's pretty quiet. And then you get that one call, and it's like, man, here we go. But she had no business even doing this job in the first place. I don't know how she even got that far. Jersey Central traffic and weather time. It is 8:46. Traffic and weather every 10 minutes on Jersey Central. This update brought to you by Thomas Edison State University. Thomas Edison State University's Veteran Career and Resource Event will be held October 27th at Sun National Bank Center. Register at tesu.edu/VCRE. Our Need to Know Things are coming up next, including what are the things that most Americans fear? I got to see if spiders made the list or not. We'll talk about that and some other Need to Know Things coming up next. Traffic update right now. And in for Bernie Viter is Tom Colangelo.
Pretty good ride on the Turnpike right now. No problems from Cranberry, Jamesburg on up through the Parkway split. A little bit heavy further north through Carteret. Waves a company up towards Newark Airport. Parkway's busy north of Clark. Waves a company up through Irvington and Newark. Not too bad at the Driscoll Bridge. Staten Island crossing's okay. Still very busy, 287. Delays right around Route 1 up through Metuchen, hit or miss company, and through Piscataway. I'm Tom Colangelo. That's your 1450 WCTC traffic update.
I'm meteorologist Frank Lombardo in the Weather Center. Although we've got a lot of clouds out there, they are beginning to thin out across central Jersey, and a peek or two at that sun likely within the next couple of hours, turning partly, maybe even mostly sunny for a few hours today as we warm to 70 to 75. It'll feel more like a late summer day than early fall day. There could be a sprinkle late in the afternoon, then clearing up tonight, 45 and breezy. Tomorrow, lots of sun in the low to mid-60s. Saturday, continued sunny up to 65. And we may hit 70 on Sunday with a mix of sun and clouds. 46, still mostly cloudy. I'm meteorologist Frank Lombardo.
When setting the benchmark for luxury driving, only two names come to mind: Mercedes-Benz and Ray Catena. We're looking for luxury that's affordable and customer service that's unmatched. There's only Ray Catena Motor Car in Edison and Ray Catena of Freehold. Now you can lease a 2016 C300 4MATIC Sports Sedan for just $359 a month.